Desiree 2 available now.
Please no.
This is something we don't need.
I've already had enough of an existential crisis with this game.
Okay, now, the ending. Well, actually, let's talk about the entire game, because that's usually how these things are. Let's talk about the beginning, the middles, the ends, and all that stuff.
Okay.
Rambling time.
Okay, so, a box with an egg that you bury is at the beginning, if you guys remember.
Yes.
What comes of that?
I think nothing.
He never visits it again.
Nope.
Alright then.
Maybe there's something after the credits or something.
This isn't a Marvel movie.
Exactly.
Well,
I don't think there's anything after the
Well,
credits.
sometimes
Well,
there
it's a
can be.
It's a recent game, and every like recent thing has that little special quirk that they steal from other things like Marvel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like in God of War. Spoiler alert for the new God of War, everyone, by the way. But at the end, if you do a certain thing, you get what you could call an end of credit scene, even though it happens before the credits of the official game, where you get to see Thor in-game with Mjolnir in-game for a second before it just disappears and fades to black in the credits.
Oh, sequel, boys.
And all I'm wondering is, will you be able to use Mjolnir? Anyway, enough about that. So now, obviously, we move on to the first of the mind twisters here, which is taking a picture of a masturbating bully.
Dude, throughout the entire game, like, Desiree has been a huge dick, but the ending of the whole game is kind of like Jesus just being like, was it worth it? And him just being like, you know what? Yeah, it was. I'm happy now.
Should we wait to talk about the ending until we go through everything else first, though? Like that was the plan.
Okay.
Okay. So in my opinion, while it's funny and while bullies do kind of deserve to have that massive kick in the teeth that is seeing all of the pain they've ever done fall onto them all at once, I don't think you should take pictures of naked people and throw them around everywhere for any reason.
Yeah, that's not exactly a good idea.
Because as terrible as a bully is, and even though admitting this is going to go against one of my core values that no one deserves to suffer, apart from bullies, you can't, you shouldn't go out of your way to hurt people, especially when it's something that damning, because okay, I'll ask any of you, if a picture of you doing something like that goes out to the public, your social life is pretty much over. For most people.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Yes or no?
Huh. Yeah, Yes.
Trust me. I don't know, but just trust me. I'm pretty sure that's kind of how it works. But,
Yeah.
So...
I think it would be much worse if you were a female, though, as opposed to being a dude.
Possibly.
In fact, that brings us to the very next point. Taking the friggin' the child pornography to the priest from the counselor.
Oh my god.
I think that was the very first moment where I was like, this game is going to get dark at points, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because it's going to get really fucking weird.
So, am I right in thinking, do not do this?
Yeah, you're absolutely
you're
right in
totally
thinking
right.
If you find stuff like that, you take it to the police. Then
Yeah.
and there.
that. Yeah.
You don't... It's like, okay, not all... Okay.
There is no reason for you to be giving that to creepy old people for the hopes of
In a
being
box.
able to get some advantage over someone.
Okay, we're not saying that all priests are creepy old people, and we're not saying that all old people are creepy... all creepy... Wait, fuck this.
Find your words.
Okay, not all priests are pedophiles, is what I'm trying to
Yes.
say. All I'm saying is, if you take something like that to a priest and they say, don't worry, I'll take it and I'll hold on to it, don't give it to him.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Run away.
And make sure to report him.
Preferably, if
To
possible.
the authorities.
Yes,
Immediately.
as opposed to your mother.
Yeah.
I'm
Of
gonna
course.
say something real quick.
Sure, why not? Go for it.
So, to everyone who has been watching from the very beginning of this series, go get some help.
Actually, I'd like to thank everyone who's watched through this entire series and survived all the way to the end.
Right? Like, you guys are the real troopers here. Like, you guys are suffering with us, and we appreciate
greatly
appreciate all of you.
that, because that means we are not alone. Also, it's starting to rain.
It's one thing to suffer alone, but it's a whole nother thing to suffer together.
Yeah.
I'd rather suffer together with you.
Speaking of suffering, together or alone, the giant ethereal dream vagina.
Oh, that part was gross. That part is just when I was like...
I'm not even sure how many people are actually going to realize that, even though we've said exactly what it freaking was, what it is.
Dude, like, the way you're gonna edit it is that you're gonna put your face over like 30% of the screen, right? Right.
30%?
50%.
That's
fine,
closer.
you got me. Like 70%.
I'm pretty sure that entire scene is going to be like Jackarok's face, and just the text underneath it is like, I just can't.
Well, not quite, but you're close.
No.
It's just like, it's like no special sort of like code thing. There's no ratings, no like sort of word to say, hey.
Hell, I even labeled the episode as too much censoring or some bullshit like that.
That'll let them know. That'll give them a heads up.
This entire episode is completely censored for the most part.
The only way you could put a funny censor into that is if the entire screen was covered by Jackarok the entire time, and his eyes were following wherever Desiree was on the screen.
Yeah. No. Like, if you're gonna do some censoring,
where he actually is.
hang on a minute. If you're gonna do any censoring with that part of the video, just use that that face that WolfHead had with his OC, just like goes tap or something.
Oh, now that'll be... Dude, I feel like that would be more appropriate for that particular body part.
Also, if anyone's wondering what I'm doing, I'm just listing off all of the weird twisted things that happened in the game. Bringing me to my next one, which is the BDSM guy who we force-fed detergent.
Yeah.
I think that came before the big vagina, though, didn't it?
Yes, but let Logic go his order.
Okay. I just wanted to be sure.
I'm trying to remember where they came in. But yeah, on to that one. Why? Why exactly did we do that again, though?
Because we needed to get our coworker to actually agree to the whole session, so this way we could then say, hey, you owe us a favor. Go call your friend and tell him that you need a space for a friend.
We poisoned a man to do that.
He could have died. He could have died.
Could have.
He's poisoned.
Hell, I'm assuming he actually did die.
He didn't look too good.
No, he didn't.
He didn't look like he was having a good day.
Wait, so are we assuming that he just, like, he died and the BDSM woman just casually took your friend in?
That's what I'm assuming.
I mean...
I'm not assuming he died right then and there. I'm assuming he died later on.
That woman looked like she knows how to get rid of a dead body. Just saying.
Yeah.
Like, she didn't look like the most upstanding of citizens.
Oh, okay, the game is twisted. The game is flipping twisted. I don't think it's going to be that twisted, considering the only twisted part about it is Desiree and everyone he's ever interacted with. And he never interacted with the hospital, so they must have been okay-ish, maybe. I'm being really...
New Desiree DLC. Desiree DLC, hide the body.
Hey kids, want to see a dead body?
Okay, so since I've been going in no particular order, which was the next screwed up thing that we did?
The fact that he climbed into it.
Yeah, into the vagina and in the... Yeah, can we talk about that moment where he has like kind of like a mental breakdown inside the vagina and everything gets all hazy?
Yeah.
Didn't we also use a flaming candle that looked like a giant phallic and stick it in?
Not a flaming candle, and it didn't go inside. That's the one thing that you guys...
It rubbed up against
exactly.
it.
Okay.
You guys kept assuming it went inside. It never went inside.
Yeah, it was kind of doing that. It was kind of doing that foreplay thing.
Teasing.
I feel bad for the viewers because they'll never see it, which is good.
We're just talking about the stuff that happened. I wouldn't be surprised if this entire session was just like a high-pitched sensor noise.
Just a continuous sensor.
Everything we've just said means nothing apart from tinnitus for whoever's watching.
Yeah.
I'm saying that right.
Yes, tinnitus.
Tinnitus, yeah.
Okay. Okay, next. Oh, should we talk about the insect that was crawling around on the
Oh, the louse.
vagina?
Wasn't it a vagina mite?
It was a louse.
Like a vagina mite. Yeah, it was a louse. So it was like it wasn't an infection, but it was like a genital insect.
Pretty much.
Okay. Okay.
I'm sorry, Logic. That's what it was.
All right.
The things in health class they never taught you.
That's what the name of that episode should be.
I think all of the screwed up stuff starts to like become less intense, like the shoplifting and the
Yeah. The shoplifting, the lying, the stealing gets a lot less impact when you compare it to all the other screwed up shit that you end up seeing or being privy to.
So it's kind of like a bad roller coaster in the sense that they do the drop in the middle, and then the rest of it is just like little loops and shit.
Well, it's also a good.
You do the drop at the end.
It's also a good wind down if you think about it.
Oh no! If you think about it, the middle is so bad. It's basically like you go on a roller coaster. It does a helix and it leaves you upside down.
Okay.
It lets go of the cart you're in, and you start falling. Then you're caught in some kind of special contraption that attaches you to another rail below.
I feel like that ride would only be rideable at Six Flags. Like only Six Flags could pull some shit like that off.
Only Desiree's World could pull that shit.
Pretty much.
Can't ride that shit at Coney Island.
Okay, since we've pretty much run low on all the messed up stuff we can talk about, let's talk about the main character.
He's a douche.
Oh no. I don't like him, man. I've never been more uncomfortable to be somebody else.
Yeah, same here.
I'm not a fan. Piggy?
I like to make one.
He's not even paying attention.
It's like he's like eating a crumpet or something. He's like chowing down.
That is stereotyping is bad.
I thought he was chill.
You really thought he was chill?
He lied, he stole, he forced people to drink detergent, he fondled a giant dream vagina.
That wasn't him. That was the lamppost or whatever that was.
Manipulating the lamppost.
All he did was kick the mite. That's all.
He gave child pornography to a priest, Piggy.
He can't even keep it together. He's like, this lie has gone on.
I could just make a really bad joke right now, but I'm not going to.
Well, you could, but it's gonna get censored.
Yep.
Actually, it depends on the joke.
Okay, let's try it and see if we have to censor it or not.
Oh, don't do it.
Top hats.
What?
Top hats?
Oh, come on.
Does he stuck his... Are you insinuating that he like...
Top hat, MLP character. I think you can get my drift now.
Wait, top hat.
Oh, okay. I get it.
Top hat.
I'm not familiar with this
Logic,
one.
you didn't get it?
I'm not familiar with this one.
What is wrong with you two?
Give me one more hint and I'll get it, probably.
Red OC.
Red OC, red and black.
Oh, no! Now we have to censor it or Snake's gonna get disowned by the fans.
Oh! Now I get it.
You guys are the slowest of the slow. In Logic, I'm actually disappointed that I got it before you did.
How was I supposed to get
And here's the thing that you guys have to remember.
I didn't get top hat either.
Here's the thing that you guys have to remember. This is my main channel, not my secondary channel. My secondary channel is Brony affiliated, not my main channel.
Ah, okay.
And
So
also,
you're pretty much safe, really.
Okay.
So he's fine.
Yeah, if you'd have said top hat with goggles...
Yes, that would have been an immediate gotcha.
I'm still disappointed in you two.
Or perhaps, Piggy, if you had referenced my joke, how to trigger a fandom in one word...
Oh my god.
I got it. Okay, so, how was about this?
Now,
Yeah.
Favorite part? What's your favorite year in the game?
definitely 2020.
The last
Yeah.
one?
2020.
Hmm.
Because that
You
was
know-
that was it. because that was the end of the game.
Well, that's not the reason why I liked it. I liked it mostly because for once he actually had some good things going for him. Yes, he fucked it up at the end, and I love the Jesus part too. That was freaking awesome. Jesus is literally standing there going, dude, like, what up, you're an asshole. You need to recognize this. Do you really think it was all worth it? And Desiree going, you know what? Yes, I think it was worth it. And Jesus is just like, alright, whatever.
I like the final year because he got to fight the bully.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I do have to say 2020 because it was not only the least extreme, despite the fact that you're literally convincing a little girl that it's okay to help you go into a house and steal a manuscript, even though she was unaware.
This is true.
Don't manipulate children.
Yeah.
Everyone, just don't. In any fashion, because if you do, I'll find out, and then I won't be happy.
Logic noises.
Logic will become Agent 47 and hunt you down.
I will be all that you fear in the night. I am Bat. I'm sorry.
I was about to say, are you Batman now? Well, guess what now, Logic? You just gave yourself more work, because now you got to vector your OC with a Batman costume on.
All I have to do is recolor some things, design some headwear, get a utility belt.
This is what you get for manipulating that little girl to get you some free ice cream.
Vector Logic, like punching him in the gut.
No, I'm just imagining him having one of those riot guns with the beanbags, and he just shoots it through the windows, so it's just like pink and nails the person in the balls. Oh God! Was the ice cream worth it now?
Okay.
Go!
Okay, so we're all saying 2020.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2020.
Yeah, I was gonna say the young years, but after like all the parts with like Jesus and fighting the bully, I gotta go 2020. Jesus' part was awesome too.
Now, favorite character that isn't Desiree?
The little girl. I like how innocent she was.
Jesus.
What?
Try not to laugh.
I didn't mean it like that, you screwballs.
No. It was when Piggy said Jesus.
Oh.
I honestly like the dapper old man. Not the old man from the beginning, but the guy from the second segment.
Oh, he was sitting in that like gazebo?
I like that one.
I remember him.
Okay, mine is a toss-up. Mine is a toss-up between the little girl and the sailor who gives you the manuscript in the first place.
The sailor.
I quite like Desiree's brother, actually.
Yeah, Desiree's brother was pretty good. He's in the top 5 characters that are not Desiree. Actually, even if you include Desiree, it's still in the top 5.
Desiree doesn't rank that high on my list, I'm gonna be honest.
I honestly thought you just said that he doesn't rank that high on my list.
I mean,
that's why I genuinely
look at the game we just finished playing.
Yeah.
Yep. Anyways, so overall thoughts on the game. Was it good? Was it bad? Is it worth it?
Right.
Certainly
Now,
worth it.
all I'll say is, are you into twisted games? Are you into existential games? Can you stomach this kind of stuff?
Have you played Outlast? Have you played Outlast before?
Like, if you can stomach it, and if you like story-driven dialogue games, point-and-click adventure games, and you can stomach this kind of twistedness, the game could be enjoyable. But if you're an existential phobic person like me, who doesn't like bad feelings, gets depressed easily to certain triggering things, and can be sent into a downward spiral by like something completely unrelated to you, like the sufferings of a friend, maybe the game's not for you.
Yeah, pretty much.
I gotta say, like, story, like, point-and-click adventure games are not really my thing, because I don't really like point-and-click adventure games. But the story was interesting in a very neutral way, like, not in a good way, not in a bad way.
I mean, the game was pretty twisted.
Oh yeah, that's factual. Like, the game was pretty twisted. We poisoned a gimp. And then we met Jesus, only to tell him, you know what, all of it was worth it. All of it to get a credit scene of us standing over a bridge. So.
Mm-hmm. No, it was worth it to Desiree. Okay. How about this? It was worth it to Desiree.
It was, yeah.
Was it worth it to us?
No.
Nah.
Piggy, what were your thoughts on it?
So it wasn't worth hurting all those people for that.
No, it's kind of weird because, like, he gives the bully, like, oh, you should be a better person. Like, Desiree, you should be a better person, you know?
Okay, granted, Desiree never bullied people entirely, but he didn't exactly grow into a saint.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyways, as I asked Piggy earlier, what did you think of the game?
I thought it was quite a good game. It had its ups and downs, but it was overall a brilliant game. I would highly recommend, but only if you can stomach it.
I give it a reluctant 7 out of 10.
Reluctant, like I don't feel good about this.
Because honestly, it was a good game. It brought up some topics pretty well that most games try to avoid like the plague. Most people try to avoid like the plague. I know we don't normally talk about feminism because of how many problems that brings up.
Okay, on that note, let's talk about...
No, we have already been recording this for an hour and 50 minutes. We are not going to keep this thing dragging on for 2 hours like all the other frickin' things.
He just drags a pillow over his face like, shut up, shut up, shut up.
It's funny you should say that because according to the broadcast, it's been on 2 hours, 6 minutes and 30 seconds.
That's because you guys have been in the broadcast longer than I've been recording. So... But the game was great, the music is beautiful, I really want to get the soundtrack. I don't know if I have it since I got it through the Humble Bundle. But guys who might be interested in actually playing this game for yourself, maybe seeing some of the stuff that I had to censor, it is out on Steam, not only Humble Bundle. So I've hopefully been putting the links to those in the description. If I haven't, then I need to change that.
Yeah, it'd be pretty awkward time to figure out now.
Yeah, I mean, the fourth episode has just gone out while we're recording this, so it's gonna be pretty awkward if all 4 of them just no link to the game at all.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me check it.
Just for a really quick, like, final question for everyone, would you consider the ending a good ending or a bad ending?
A bad ending?
I wouldn't consider it either.
It's a weird ending.
It's a pretty neutral ending. Yeah, you didn't do everything you were setting out to do at the beginning, but at the same time, you didn't end off worse than you were before.
Like, for me, it's bittersweet, but it does seem to lead to a victory, because at the end, Desiree did get what he wanted.
Yeah.
He wanted to feel colors, and he did get that for at least a set. In fact, this actually reminds me of what we were talking about before the recording. He tasted something so empowering and so beautiful that the concept of never being able to feel it again is just bone-chilling. But then he gave it away. Wonder why? Because he wanted to.
Yeah.
That's almost exactly like this story segment I was describing to these people earlier.
Yeah. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you for watching this series. I'll probably have these guys join me for future series, because honestly, the commentary is very entertaining.
Fuck yeah.
And every time we saw something, our reactions were priceless.
Yeah.
Like, giant vagina. What the fuck is that?
Wait. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to subscribe to these guys, or at least check them out if you don't do anything else. So,
yes.
I'll probably be continuing Hob someday. Maybe today. If you guys
well, unfortunately, I have to go after this, so.
And I have to stream in a little more than an...
You guys are gonna make me...
Sorry.
I feel so alone.
Help! Like sitting in the corner with one candle. I feel so alone crying on the candle. Like...
No more candles. No more
logic over the head.
candles.
Stop buying candles.
But I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!
Bye.